is up, you guys? It is Monday. It's March 17th, 2025. I got a doozy for you guys. Let's get into it. So, the US has been added to a human rights watch list that is sponsored by an organization called Civicus. Civicus is a global alliance and network of civil society groups like Amnesty International, that kind of thing. They advocate for greater citizen action in areas where civil liberties are being eliminated. So they put out a monitor watch list, which is like basically like a research tool that publicizes the status of freedoms and threats to civil liberties worldwide. So, like I said, the US has been added to now this watch list because of President Donald Trump's assault on democratic norms and global cooperation. His administration's cut of more than 90% of foreign aid contracts, his crackdown on diversity, equity, and inclusion, and the interim co-secretary general of Civicus said, the Trump administration seems hell-bent on dismantling the system of checks and balances, which are pillars of democratic society. Restrictive executive orders, unjustifiable institutional cutbacks, intimidation tactics through threatening pronouncements by senior officials in the administration. All of this is creating an atmosphere to chill democratic dissent, which is basically a cherished American ideal. So the US will join countries like Democratic Republic of Congo, Italy, Pakistan, and Serbia. So Civicus outlines state of civil rights through 5 categories. The first one is open. So this is one stage, level, whatever, that a country should, achieve, right? Or want to achieve. This is the highest ranking, meaning that everyone in an open society or open country is able to practice liberties such as free speech, the freedom of press, the freedom to protest, that kind of thing. Then it goes to level 2, narrowed, level 3, obstructed, level 4, repressed, level 5, closed. And obviously the lowest is the closed. So 1 through 5, 1 being the best, obviously 5 being the worst. Per Civicus, instances that result in a decline in open civic space include repressive legislation that curtails free speech and dialogue, obstacles to civil society activities, and operations and crackdowns on civil disobedience and peaceful demonstrations. So now the US has been classified as narrowed. The narrowed label is Civicus's assessment that while most people are able to exercise their rights of expression, free speech, and assembly, there are and have been attempts to violate these rights by the government. For example, Civicus cited crackdowns on the pro-Palestinian protesters during the Biden administration. After advocates took to the street, they staged college encampments to voice their discontent with the military assistance and funding that the U.S. was sending to Israel. We urge the United States to uphold the rule of law and respect constitutional and international human rights norms. Americans across the political spectrum are appalled by the undemocratic actions of the current administration. The White House, of course, has rejected their assessment. They said, this is nonsense. President Trump is leading the most transparent administration in history, said his Deputy Press Secretary Anna Kelly. The narrow category also reflects the assessment in which, while there's an existing free press, there may be restrictions due to regulation or political pressure on media owners. And we're seeing that, right? So this comes at a time when editorial decisions made by major media organizations and governing bodies have been prompted much discussion. So in February, the FCC launched an investigation into NPR, PBS, because they were violating federal laws by airing commercials, which both newsroom CEOs have completely denied. The FCC chair also spoke out against public funding for the two news sites. Another example that they gave was Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, obviously the founder of Amazon, the owner of Amazon, and also the owner of the Washington Post. Basically, he has directed his organization that they're going to change the scope of its opinion pages, informing the team that they will be writing in support and defense of two pillars: personal liberties and free markets. That's it. The same month, White House announced the press team will literally pick reporters who participate in the press pool. A move that the White House press secretary Carolyn Leavitt said it is about restoring back to the American people who President Trump was elected to serve. However, many journalism advocates criticized the act. They said this move tears at the independence of free press in the U.S. It suggests that the government will choose the journalists who cover the president. In a free country, leaders must not be able to choose their own press corps. And that was the White House Correspondents Association that said that. The White House is also currently ensnared in several different lawsuits that were brought forward by the Associated Press. So the news organization has sued 3 Trump administration officials, including Carolyn Leavitt, after it was barred from access to the Washington House press briefings because it refused to change its editorial style and referred to the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America after Trump renamed it. I mean, that's where we're at. We're in a society, in a country, basically, where other countries, and that it's spoken worldwide, and it's known that we are living in a much, much more restricted, fascist, I mean, you name it, it's being apparent. It's apparent to other countries what they're seeing. And that's a scary place. So I'll continue to keep you guys posted if there's any changes to this, but obviously, did we really think that the Trump administration was going to say, agree with that? No. I've got a couple more stories that are kind of go hand in hand with this, and that will be coming up in my next few videos. So that being said, make sure that you repost, you copy, you save, you comment. Most importantly, please make sure that you follow me. Go up to the link in bio, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's completely free. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube, on TikTok. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Much love. Peace.